What was my year like last year with RV transport? Welcome to Miss Hood's Retired School Bus Life. See that sign? Do you see that sign? Consider a new beginning. Guess what? I did. And I'm on my way to new beginnings. I'm so excited. In RV transport, there is a drive-away division and a tow-away division. And the tow-away division is campers that are towed, usually with a pickup truck. The drive-away division is the motorized RVs. You just get in them and you drive them down the road. %90 of the orientation is geared toward the tow-away. You have to have a specific type of truck. You've got to have a hook and a hitch, and you have to meet all these regulations. You have to have it inspected by DOT. I mean, it is a lot of work. So most of the training that I received didn't even apply. The next thing that you have to do before you start out driving is go through orientation. And because of COVID, orientation was done through videos. I sat in front of my laptop watching videos for a couple of days. There were 17 of them. The tools that they kept saying that you had to have didn't apply to me. I needed a new phone. I had to have a printer. Let's try it again. Come on. We were just working. You just printed out these pages. And now you're going to be on. I knew when I heard that beeping, I was in trouble. No, I'm not sure. Go back. Actually, let's go home. Go home. Now you won't go home. Come on, you guys. Can't you see I'm not a techie person? Can you have some mercy? You were just working. You were all ready to print. You said, well, I'm all ready to print. I turned the camera on, you get camera shot, and now you want to do it. Because I heard that little beeping sound, and I thought, oh no. Nobody should be beeping. I don't know why they're not talking to each other. But I tell you what, if the communication doesn't step up here, somebody's going to get divorced. Doggone it. Oh, maybe it's just slow. It's the router. It's the router, and I was yelling at them, and it's you. Oh, I'm so excited now. Everybody dance now. Everybody print now. I had to get triangles. Now, you're not allowed to put chains on the RVs. If the weather's bad, you're supposed to park and wait. They tried to get me to buy a fire extinguisher. I am not taking this with me and dragging it all across the country, putting it in my suitcase, dragging it across 4 different airports. I'm not gonna do this. I had to carry everything through the airport that I took out of that RV. And in June, when I got sick, I like to never got that suitcase home because I was feeling so bad. After getting over that, I lightened up that suitcase. I didn't put the triangles in it. No more triangles. Take on it. They are too heavy. But there was nobody to mentor me. I was on my own. Until I found a Facebook page. They did have a Facebook page, and when I found those folks, they helped me so much. This was the nice thing about driving for Horizon Transport that I really liked. The DOT physical was done in my town. I had that done before I went up there. That's the DOT. Woo! I was so nervous. I'm not really that nervous. This is my second orientation, so I feel a little more better equipped and prepared. I wanted to do this. I really wanted to do this. It was intimidating to me in the beginning, and probably intimidated me the whole year, but it was so much fun. It snowed all night last night, and there was about an inch of snow on my patio this morning, but it is melting fast. So I'm hoping that it'll melt fast for me because I'm going north, where they were supposed to have between 1 and 3 inches. The fun overlooked the intimidation. This is the first day of the rest of my life. I've got all my stuff, got it all packed up. I'm ready to go out the door. I'm not too nervous about orientation because I've already been through one. And the biggest concern that I have is the logbook. I think that was my shock in the beginning, was that I had to log every minute of my day, every day for the rest of my life. You had to carry with you at least 2 weeks, 14 days worth of logs in case you were pulled over for a surprise dot inspection. Okay, I think that's the last one. Let's make sure we have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now it's time to go to orientation. Everybody's slowing down. Horizon Transport was a whole lot different from the other company that I went to.
That's the main office. They were much more hands-on with how you were going to transport that RV. And orientation was really about learning the ropes. I had to drive an RV with a trainer and 2 other drivers in the vehicle with me. It wasn't difficult, it was just so intimidating. And when you look at those Class A RVs, they are so big. I never drove one. I kept telling myself I was going to get to the place where I was going to drive one, but I never did. I never had the courage. That's the one I brought here. Big old Omni. When I got here, they put this lazy day. One of the nice things that they did during the orientation was walk you through the yard and show you the identification numbers on the vehicles. When you walked through that yard, you really had to know the number you were looking for, and they had to match everything. They had to match what you had on your paperwork, what was in the paperwork in the vehicle. Everything had to match. After orientation, we're sitting at the driver's lounge and we're waiting for all the paperwork to be processed, because they have to make sure before we get in that vehicle that we have our DOT physical, our license, everything has to be right. And they also had to set up an EFS card, because they're going to deposit money in that account, and that's how I get paid. I also had to have a driver's number. Driver number 9392. My unit number is 03926. The VOL number is 556480. The time of departure is 12:53. The load board is where you go to select the vehicle that you want to transport. And my first one was going to Louisiana. I was so excited. I had decided that I was going to leave on Saturday and drop off on Monday. So I went back home for a day and did all my airport planning and my Uber, and figuring out each day how much time I was going to drive, where I was going to be. 481 miles on Saturday and 478 miles on Sunday. So we got airport tickets and we've got Uber ready. Time to go. I've been to orientation got my paperwork, headed home, got everything put together, and now it's time to go back to northern Indiana and pick up my RV. After finding your RV in the yard, you have to do a pre-trip. And I know how to do pre-trips. Pictures, pictures, pictures. You can't take enough pictures. My pre-trip is over. I've checked all my paperwork to make sure I have the right unit, because God forbid that I would drive all the way to Louisiana and find out this unit was supposed to go to New York. So I've checked everything and I'm ready to roll. That trip, that was a whirlwind. All I could think about was getting the RV there without getting any scratches on it, making sure it's delivered perfectly. And boy, was I relieved when I did my post-trip pictures that it still looked good. When I got to the Dallas airport, I was finally calming down enough to think through the rest of the day. And so I realized that I had not planned a vehicle to pick me up at the South Bend Airport and take me out to the yard where my car was parked. And I panicked. And I contacted my Horizon Facebook group, and they had the number courtesy shuttle. I usually got back to my car around midnight, and I was so wound up. There was no way that I could go to sleep. I wanted to go home. I could not wait to see home again. And so I drove about 2 hours, and I found this Love's truck stop, and I pulled in and I put the car seat back and took a little nap, and 5 hours later, I was back in my car headed home. Home. This is my happy place. It's just another day in Miss Hood's retired school bus life. Be safe, everybody.